What's up YouTube, welcome back. This week some more whitewater kayaking knowledge and fun time stuff. This week we're trying out a new format, a new idea. Shout out to Brent Orton, whose idea for the video this was, that I'm straight up stealing. Thank you Brent, appreciate you. This week we're gonna do an episode called How to Crush. What I want to do is take a line on a river that's popular and then break down how to do it so more people can do it. The first one we're going to take apart is Phil's Hole line at McCoys Chute Rapid on the Ottawa River. If you've never been here before, the Ottawa River is one of probably the most popular rivers to paddle in Eastern Canada. It's warm water, it's big water, it's super fun, it's relatively low consequence, and it gets a lot of foot traffic. But this particular line, although it's one of the easier lines to paddle, doesn't get as many people going down it because I think they're a bit intimidated by it. They've seen people get beat down in the right side of the hole before or the left side of the hole, and they don't want that to happen to them. And I think if they just had a little bit more information about some of the little tips and tricks, more people would run it more of the time. So I want to just dish out those tips and tricks for you guys, and if you find it useful, hopefully I'll see you running Phil's Hole sometime later this summer. And if you're not going to paddle the Ottawa ever in your whole life, you're really missing out, but I guess I will see you in next week's video. Okay, so let's take a top-down look at Phil's Hole here at McCoys Chute. From the top-down video, we can see there's a couple of features here at the start of the McCoys Rapid. On the right, we've got that Phil's Hole. On the left, there's Sattlers, which is more kind of a breaking wave. A lot of the water is then pushing around that corner, and if you look carefully, you can see most of the river, like about half the flow probably, is pushing left into that corner eddy that we call the football eddy. Because a lot of water goes there, it means upstream probably there's a lot of water tracking left too, and that's going to be important for us later on. So we want to keep that in mind, that a bunch of water pushes left. Some water obviously does push around the corner to the right, but a lot of water is going left. Let's take a closer look at Phil's Hole here. Phil's Hole breaks down into a couple of core components. We've got left side fills, right side fills, and that tongue that goes through the middle. And a smooth Phil's Hole run line is straight through that tongue in the middle. And if you get it right, you can quite often keep your hair dry. And so I'm going to try and break down how we're going to do that and how we're going to achieve that line of going through that tongue. If we watch carefully, you can see that tongue is kind of like opening, and then sometimes it's closing a little bit and then it opens back out again. If we're on that tongue, we're going to pass through the two holes. If we're too far to the left, we're going to go into that left side Phil's Hole. If we're too far to the right, we're going to go into that right side Phil's Hole. So we're just going to try and find our way through the middle of those. Looking at the hole from kind of the top of the rapid, there's a few waves that lead into it. And from this like more aerial perspective, it's easier to see where you want to be and how far over you want to be. But from your kayak, it's not always as easy to line up. And there's a couple of really useful markers that I always use to help me make sure I'm in the right place and be lined up properly, and pretty much guarantee I'm going to make the line every time. The main marker I use in that set of waves is called the marker wave or the pyramid wave. The reason it's called that is because if you look at it from upstream, it's like a pointy peak of a wave that stands out above the horizon. That's the wave I'm always looking for, and if you're not sure, the easiest way to see it is actually to eddy out on river right. Duck your head down to the water level until you can see the horizon line, and it'll be the only pointed wave that sticks out above the horizon line. That pyramid wave, that marker wave, is going to be our main marker for how we're going to get down. Very simply put, what I want to do is put my kayak on the left side of that pyramid, and I want to touch the left side of it with my right paddle. As long as I'm exactly in that point and I touch the left side of it with my right paddle, I'm going to be lined up perfectly and in the right spot to go straight through the tongue, no stress. If you crest over that pyramid wave, you're going to be lined up to go into right side fills where you are probably going to get surfed. And if you let that wave push your boat left, which can happen because as you can see, there's like that left reactionary is pushing left. If you let that reactionary push you left, then it's going to zing you over into left side fills. So I want to be on the left side of that pyramid wave, touching it with my right paddle, but conscious that I may need to do a last minute kind of change of direction just to make sure my boat angle is straight to the hole. And that should mean I'm gonna go straight through that tongue, easy peasy. As you can see, that tongue is kind of like shifting and changing shape sometimes, and sometimes even a perfectly lined up line is gonna result in you having to do a quick roll afterwards. As you can see on the GoPro here, even though I'm in the right place, just all of a sudden the water catches my stern. I have to do a quick pirouette. Most of the water's going left, so the easiest thing for me to do would be to go all the way to the left over into that football eddy where I can kind of just calm myself down, chill out, take stock. But what I quite often do is go a bit against the flow of the river and work over to the right into that corner wave eddy, or the eddy above the corner wave eddy on the right there, so you can surf a corner wave, which is really fun, or so you can be there in a position where you can do safety for other people or help other people with safety. If something does go wrong here and you end up swimming, you do want to swim to the left. The river's going to help you get over there, and you're going to end up in that big football eddy where you can just relax and calm down and catch your breath. If you do end up getting surfed in right side fills or in left side fills, try and stay calm, try and get your bearings, just roll up and get back into a controlled surf. And you can always surf out back to the middle, back towards that tongue. So whether you're in the left side or the right side, you can surf yourself back over to that tongue and get yourself out of there. Okay, so that's it. This has been how to crush Phil's Whole Line, McCoys Chute Rapid, Ottawa River, Canada. Let me know down there in the comments if you've enjoyed this video, if it's been useful, if there's another line on another river that's very popular that you're thinking, oh, it'd be cool if I could get some more information on that and kind of figure out the tips and the tricks. Ideally somewhere that I've been already, or that I already have some footage of, or somewhere close by that I can go get done. But let's talk about it. Let's put it here in the comments. I'm reading them, I'm replying, I'm out here. Yeah. That's all I've got for this week. I will see you guys in the next video next Monday. Peace.